She's still shy to say walk on.
It's not.
She's not even shy like that, you know.
It just, yeah. Okay, guys.
It's Mary and the tree, man.
Yo, yeah. Alright, so one time, at uni, if I can find the video, I must have the video. I'm gonna dash it on the screen, yeah.
Facebook. It has to be on Facebook.
Definitely on Facebook.
It has to be on
Definitely
Facebook.
There's a time, yeah, where this one here, yeah, Maria gonna be, was it ambassador for ACS, innit, yeah?
Yeah.
And she,
This is awkward. It's on YouTube, I think, somewhere.
yeah.
It's on YouTube and on Facebook. It
Yeah,
has to
so
be.
she's doing the thing, yeah, we're filming it, yeah, and she goes, what did she say? She said,
It's Mary and the
tree,
tree, man.
and was it? Sometimes I said organised. That's the only thing that I remember. I said organised.
You rinsed me for days. Listen, I am still African.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
My girl said organised. I said, what? Alright, cool, let's say no. That was a good times at uni, fam.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, you're here. Yo, what's going on, my YouTube people? You're here for another sit down. First one of 2022. Yeah, man. It's amazing. You know, good to see everyone here back. We've got new people. If you would like to introduce yourself, ladies first.
Yes. So my name is Mary.
Basically, this one, yeah, she's just
my name's Mary.
She's a big what she says, a celebrity near enough. You know, you might have seen her. You might have seen her on a couple billboards. You might have seen her on buses. Might have heard her voice on radio, voiceovers. You might have seen her modeling. You know, see, she's done bad things, you know. Yeah, I'm saying. Anyway, sorry, sorry, my bad. Go on, Karen.
Hey. Talk it.
Okay, guys. Yeah, Mary Adetume. Yeah, I'm not really sure. What am I supposed to say about myself?
Come on, man.
Ambassador
so
for.
I kind of do a lot of sickle cell awareness, black health awareness, and at the moment studying again. So obviously I met these guys at uni. But yeah, okay, but that's enough about me for now. What about you?
Me, Wonder, you get me? Out here, bow, you get me? That's what I need to say. Go on, Crxy. Nah, what you mean?
This is what I'm saying. Also, this guy, so how much studios? You got about 5 studios we're going to go at the moment.
I produce,
he's a producer. He writes bars for people because, you know, certain man need bars written for them. No names. But yeah, man. So, yeah, how's everyone's 2022 been?
I just think it's even Mary, man.
It's been quiet, calm. Yeah, it's been quiet and calm.
What have you done though?
It's kind of just lots of studying. I've kind of just been indoors as well. It's winter time, so it's a bit cold. But generally, just been chilled. What about you?
See, my 2022 has been literally just studio. Literally, it's been mad. Just because it's like, do you know what it is? Yeah. Like the producing right now, like obviously last year I was literally just trying to like get my studio together, innit? But now this year now I'm trying to like push again, like from like before what I was doing. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So this year now is the year to push, innit? So I'm just trying to like hopefully get my name out there again. You get me?
Give it that extra work.
Yeah, keep the actual work out. You get me?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's good, man. Me, just been going, living life, and how it goes. Drop hopefully more music to drop because I've got a song ready to go. Bro. I'm just now working on some music. Plus, I need to ask you.
I hear your music going. I hear the unreleased stuff as well, and I'm like, yeah.
So anyway,
Let me not say that, yeah. But I've heard.
But yeah, now this year's pattern's very different as well. So just working on some stuff. But yeah, anyway, guys. So as you are the ambassador for
sickle cell stuff, yeah. Even when I talked about music, I was like, oh goodness.
You tried to get off there, yeah. I see.
Okay.
So if you would like to both say, you know, how your journey has been having sickle cell. So yeah, if you guys didn't know, these wonderful people have sickle cell. So they're sickle cell.
By the way, what's sickle cell? What's your genotype?
No. What's your genotype?
Look at this now. I might as well just leave it and let them have the conversation to themselves, because I don't know what's going on here.
We're gonna start with G.
But yeah, just in general, like sickle cell, like obviously it's predominantly in our community, African and Caribbean community, and so in terms of just different ways it affects people, it affects the red blood cells, turns into like a crescent moon shape, and then it can have just general like major effects on the body, causing a lot of pain, crisis, where people sometimes have to go to hospital. But obviously there are people that are living with it and managing and doing things in their lives, you know, us too, just different paths and experience that we're having still having this condition. But in terms of, so the question I asked about genotype, mine's SC.
SC.
Yeah, which is most people is, what's your genotype?
Yeah, I'm the same still.
You're SC?
I'm SC.
I don't know why I thought you were SS. I
thought I was SS?
I don't know.
I can't lie, yeah.
That
sounds. This sounds like a very different conversation. Like it's very mad.
I'm SC, yeah, but like, yeah. I mean, like, I feel like it affects us a little bit differently.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it does.
I'm gonna say, does it depend on male, female? If you get what I mean.
No.
I'm just saying, just for people that might not know, innit? Do you know what I mean?
It doesn't, but...
Oh, I thought you meant in terms of getting SC, but in terms of our symptoms. Our symptoms would be...
But yeah, no, it doesn't. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
You can have a... You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always tell people, like, right, make sure you understand what your genotype is, innit?
Okay.
Make sure you understand what your partner's one is as well. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, honestly.
This is why I wanted these guys on, because they know about sickle cell. Of course, they've got it, but you know, some people they know, but they don't know. They're trying to find information and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that people can come on here and might be able to be like, oh, do you know what? I didn't know, blah, blah, blah. So, you know what I'm saying? So these guys can give the information and all the full stuff that you might think is true, isn't true, and whatever. But yeah, sorry.
Facts.
Carry on, guys.
Facts. No, you're right still, because do you know what it is, yeah? A lot of people don't know, innit? And I even spoke to someone like, 1-2 days ago? And they were like, they didn't even know about it. Like, they're speaking to someone, and I was thinking, you need to know what your thing is. Like, literally, because if you have it, and then you go with someone who has it as well, it's finished, fam.
Yeah,
or if you go, you have the trait, and someone you get me, because there's a trait as well, innit? And if you have it, and you go with someone who has the trait as well, you could end up with someone who has.
See, that's the thing. So what? Basically, is it like if two people have trait and they get together, does it make one sickle cell? I know that sounds bad, but you know what I mean.
One of your children gonna have sickle cell.
So full blown sickle cell.
So it's kind of like if two people have traits. So just to give context, it's like you just carry the gene within you. So the male will carry the gene, the female will carry the gene. It means that each child is 1 in 4 chances of them having full blown sickle cell, and this is per child. Like the problem back in the day was, like my family, it was an unfortunate situation where they thought it was in terms of the children. So you'd have 4 children, potentially 1 would, but actually it's Russian roulette. That's how I look at it per child.
I hear what you're saying. Though. You're saying.
And then there's also half a chance of the child having the trait, meaning the genes still going through.
Carrying on. Yeah.
So it's like, that's what I'm looking at in terms of studies, because I said I think it would be good to look at preventative measures. Like, how do we start thinking about telling our community about the fact that you have to be careful about who you're partnering with, who you're having a baby with, because really and truthfully, I don't know if people understand how much it can affect the child and what they're going to have to go through and the pain. It's like, why?
Like, I mean, if you know you have it, and you go with someone who you know has the trait or even has it as well, like, I say it's almost as selfish as being as being with them. Like, it's selfish, isn't it? Like, the child is going to suffer.
Yeah, your child, and the child is gonna.
Regardless of what you think.
Supposedly, your child's supposed to last longer than you. So in a way, you're kind of then putting them in that position that they have to be doing these things, going for what's it called again, blood transfusions and all that kind of stuff, and having to kind of like isolate themselves away from certain opportunities that would have been amazing for them, but they don't get to do. Because I've seen it with you guys from being at uni. But yeah, I met these guys at uni. Just just put that in context. You know what I'm saying? Look at this guy. I'm gonna have to block that out. That's what I'm saying.
Speak that out, man. I forgot YouTube.
But anyway, so I've seen that. So hospitals, etc. I'm saying I've seen that sort of thing. So I do get what you're saying, but it's like, do you kind of not get with the person you love because of that? Do you see what I'm saying?
You know what, yeah? I hear that though.
Wait, go on. So she wants to say something.
Go on.
So, okay. I feel like, I might be.
Have you had an experience with that?
In terms of meeting someone who
Yeah.
Okay, so I did have an experience where I met someone who had the trait. And, you know, for me, generally, I kind of knew that. Well, okay, so let me context, but
sorry to cut you. So people know, do you have trait or full?
Oh, I've got full blown. So when we were talking about genotypes, what's our genotype? We have full blown sickle cell, but there's different like levels to the sickle cell.
The hell is that, bro?
I think the fan thing's gonna, but there's different levels. So there's SS, SC, then trait, and then there's other ones. Like there's quite a few other different types of sickle cell. So the type that we have is SC, and then our symptoms can be a bit different from other groups. I feel like I'm being a bit too technical.
No. People need to know these things. So you both have
SC. So generally,
so SC is basically full
blown. But some people feel like SC just doesn't have as much pain or problems. But actually, I've had to have so many like altercations or conversations with the doctors to show like they see how much you can be unwell or having to go for treatments or be in hospital, and it's like some people with SC will have a really not so great experience. Okay. Regardless, but
go back to
being with someone. Okay, I personally think, you know, find out the information, like find out whether the person you're going to be dating and trying to build a family with has the gene. Has sickle cell within their family, and go and get genetically tested. You can go and do that at any like sickle cell centres. Just type it in on Google, sickle cell thalassemia centres.
That little plug there. Keep going.
And then I think though, like I don't agree with having I don't agree progressing. Like there's so much like medical interventions.
Yeah. So have you been with someone that's actually had like sickle cell or the trait or something?
So I dated the person, but at the same time, it was a situation where, you know, in your mind when you find out and you're like, well, F this, I know this isn't going to work out. I'm not personally seeing, it's not happening. So that's my personal opinion.
No, I get you. I get you, but I know why though.
No, you're right.
Because why would you want to? Why would you want to bring a child into a place where they're going to be in pain?
What I want to say, is, when you found out they had it, was that the end of it?
So for me, it wasn't fully the end of it, just because I wasn't interacting with them in a way where there could be a chance of us having a child, meaning I wasn't having sex with them. But I just think, okay, being nowadays, there's birth control, there's different things that people can do to prevent, you know, condoms and stuff. There's different things people can do to prevent them from actually being in a position to have a child. So at first, people were talking about love, and at first I was like, no, once you find out, go away, like leave the whole situation. I'm getting a bit older now.
No. Facts.
Yeah, but getting a bit older now, I'm like, actually, if you really love the person, then you're gonna have to make informed decisions to continue. So there's potentially, you have to consider financial implications of IVF. You might have to think of, you know, adopting. I just don't think
you should have children. Natural,
and risking.
Do you know what I asked why though? Yeah, because basically, I know a person who had sickle cell, and he didn't know his girlfriend had sickle cell.
Yeah.
As soon as he found out, cut off.
Yeah, I think
he had to.
Yeah,
they still love each other till today.
But see, this is, and that's what I don't like about this whole thing. Is that like you have to be? That's why I said like. That's why I was like, oh, what if you're in love with the person? Blah, blah. Like you have to pull. You're pulling strings, because if you really love that person, why shouldn't you be able to have? Do you know what I'm saying? Why shouldn't you be able to have it? Because then what? You get with someone else now, and they treat you bad and all that kind of stuff. Do this all kind of madness on you, and then you're like, well, then I should have just stuck it out with that person.
It's difficult.
But if you're looking, as you said, if you're looking to progress, have children, and that kind of stuff, you kind of have to. I was gonna also ask, is there a point of where it can stop? So if like say if you went and had a child, well, from what you're talking about, you're going to have a child with someone that doesn't have it. Would it stop there, or would they end up getting trait?
So the likelihood is, and this is what's so emotional, because it depends on how far your thought process is of like when it comes to sickle cell. But let me explain. But the likelihood is the child could end up having the trait and having the gene. So it's either I have to decide or think, it's like, do I want to have a child? And then I have to educate the child to be like, Lord. Or do we go to the extremes? And this is why I think the study might be really fun. But do you go to the extremes to be like, all right, let's try and breed this, like, let's try and get rid of this gene from the, like, human.
Hey, yo, this girl, you're the game. No, like, dying light and all them kind of games, the zombies and that.
That's extreme radical, like.
No, but
I do get
is that what you meant, though? Like, in terms of that, like, in terms of, do you mean, like, if I have a child with somebody else? Or?
Yeah,
So
if you had a child with like someone who doesn't have sickle cell, oh yeah, I'm thinking would that child
have it?
They won't have sickle cell, but they might have the trait.
Yeah,
no, because that makes sense. Because my friend, because one of my friends from where I went to school.
But what you're saying,
it's like radical in a way of like, okay, do we as
So if your child had a trait,
I'm going to be banging on and hard to the child to be like, listen, you
Find
have to make sure, because the reality is,
Mm.
how strong is that gene? Because even
can you not find
out
how strong the trait gene is?
I don't actually know in terms of that level of the science.
Well, why are you here then, innit? Because that's what we want to find. No, I'm joking.
Have you been in a position where you've dated someone and then you find out that piece of information, or come on, tell me, Shaq. Come on, tell me, Chloe.
I can't lie to you, I can't lie. You know what it is,
Everyone lives their lives.
I've been with people, and like obviously the last person that I was proper with, I said, you have to find out now.
Okay, good.
I told them that you have to find out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a thing where it's like, the casual thing, whatever, like I'm meeting you.
It's still a bit
no, chill.
Look at this guy. Trust me.
Whatever. You lot, that's what you lot are thinking. That's what you lot are thinking. You get me?
Yo, wait, whatever.
No, but obviously you get me. Like the casual people, like obviously I'm just thinking like, you have to find out though.
Yeah.
You get me? If I'm with you, you have to find out.
But do you think that it's the parents that should let their children know that they've got sickle cell trait, or they should that could possibly have it or have fully?
But some parents don't know, and it's not their fault if they don't know. You know what I'm saying? So
because that's like my friend's mum back home in the Caribbean. She used to get these pains. Didn't know, she used to fall over sometimes, blah, blah. Didn't know what it is until I think one of her doctors, he was an English doctor, but he was working out there, and he thought, I think you might have done some tests. Realised, right.
Yeah.
So
she's what, in her 60s now? And they didn't think that, remember I told you?
Yeah.
They didn't think that she was going to be able to see past 25 or something like that.
A lot of us who have it, obviously it's only like that the Africans, the Asians or whatever, but their parents came from
back home,
back home where it didn't like it wasn't.
It's not documented, and the people don't know about it. Yeah.
So
facts.
It's not their fault. That they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So if we have it now, it's just like, you get me? All right, cool. All right, cool.
But then now you feel like it's your decision now. Now you're here to actually, because you know what I want.
It's
to actually
our decision now.
I just think definitely our generation, with the information that we have, like we've got too much information. We've got so much access to information in comparison to the older generation. It's those ones where we honestly have to start making this, like we have to start being informed and thinking about what we're doing in terms of growing families. It's there's the stats of, it's like sickle cell being the fastest growing genetic disease or disorder in England.
Fastest,
and I don't know if it's globally, I need to go and check that, but definitely in England. That's why they're pushing the whole treatments for blood donation.
Do you know what, as much as I see them pushing it, bruv, they I don't feel like they're doing enough.
Yeah, it's about grassroots levels, like how do we get down to the ground? Get people.
I don't feel like they're doing. No, I'm not saying. I feel like what you and your friends were doing. I feel like that was touching the people more than what I've seen other people do.
It's hard
personally,
though, because even when me and my friends were doing things, in terms of it might seem like it's affecting, but when you're looking at the stats, the unfortunate reality is
it's not matching.
People don't actually always want to hear much about these like deep conversations sometimes, and that's just the reality of it. Like people love entertainment and stuff. But when they're faced with the child in the future, reality,
then like, maybe I should listen to that. Because I can't lie, you're probably gonna punch me anyway later on. Cause I still ain't gone. My blood taken. So
Explain what it says. No pressure.
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I still haven't done that, and she's been telling me to do this from God now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm one of those people that, do you know what it is? It's I'll do it later. But when later doesn't come, then that's a problem. Do you know what I'm saying? So all my people out there, sorry, you have to actually go and get it done. You hear me?
You have to explain, get what done?
First, you have to go and make sure your blood is good enough. Yeah. So we can help people like this, these wonderful people, to have blood transfusions. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So just go get your blood taken. I think you can find blood.
Blood.co.uk.
Blood.co.uk. You'll be able to find it there.
I wanted to quickly ask, in terms of music and performance and stuff, well, you don't really have to perform as a producer, but how is it in terms of managing music and health and in terms of work-wise?
Do you know what I do? Like, literally, like, I'm just like, I don't know, like, I've never really thought of it. I've never really thought, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just thought, like, it's like, whatever, innit? Like, I just go on, like my normal day. Literally. Management. Yeah. Like, in terms of work, weather, everything.
So dealing with it is kind of tricky sometimes. Because even, let's say, obviously I was like doing a little bit of music, not really, but
you were doing.
Hey, can't lie. I've actually got like a little clip of her. What was she doing? She was at mine. She was doing. What was she doing?
Oh no, that clip ain't coming. Like, keep that.
Bro.
No.
Hey,
I'll pull it up right now.
Don't worry. You know what it says? No. Come back here. Put a little picture of her. The little piece still. Don't worry.
Gosh.
I got you, my guy.
But
No,
and you was on Britain's Got Talent.
I was about
that's what I'm trying to say to you, fam.
That's what I done told her.
Okay,
so I wasn't technically on Britain's Got Talent.
What was you on then?
Because of my health, I was just supporting the choir. But in terms of
she had the thing on her Twitter, on her Insta.
We did context in terms of the choir. But in terms of the choir, we so it was also another way of raising awareness for sickle cell. So we did sing in different places. Like the choir ended up doing Britain's Got Talent, but because of my health, I couldn't go for the first audition. Like I was just so sick and I was on a crutch all the time. Just couldn't really walk around much.
That's another thing. Sorry, let people know that it affects you lot's like movement and stuff like that. Because I remember I saw you put up a post of, I think it was you, like, I think you was on holiday and you looked fine. And then the next thing you know, the 3 stages, like, she was on holiday, looked all fine, like she was dandy to go. Then it was like, it was on crutches and then she was in the hospital. And that's literally the you lot stages that I've seen these guys go through. Like, they literally, they're fine 1 minute. And that's another thing, I remember when we was at uni and you would be like, I don't want people to know, because they're going to treat me different, blah, blah. Well, we're gonna kind of have to treat you different because
nah.
He doesn't have it. He's not having it. He's not having it.
I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. Don't treat man different for what reason?
I know because it's not. I knew he was gonna say this.
It is hard finding that balance.
No, but it's hard to. No, but bro, but it's not treating you different. Yeah.
No, I don't like that shit. Say.
No. I know. The thing, I understand why though. I understand why because it's like, but man, it's just like
but
you.
Don't say treat man different.
Okay,
don't do that.
Okay, what would you prefer? What would you rather say?
Treat man normal. What do you mean treat man different? Okay, cool. I have to do this for however long, for a week or whatever.
Yeah.
Cool, I'm back now. Don't treat man different.
Alright, that's what
not treat man different. Okay. Treat man different like what? I'm baffled. Like no. I hate that shit. I can't lie to you. Don't treat man different.
I knew as soon as I said that, I knew he would have been like, nah, brother.
No,
but the thing. Another reason why I said that is because people would see it as that. So now they're hearing this. They're gonna be like, we have to treat you different. That's where I was like, we have to treat you different because
the thing is, it really is individual. Like each person. So Jordan wouldn't want people to treat him differently, and it's valid for sure. And there's other people like for me, there's times where I don't want my friends to treat me differently. Like if I'm going to see them, I actually want to just vibes with them and be just
and not make them
else.
and not make them think, oh well,
But
we can't do XYZ
because I'm here. Like I definitely, there's moments where I definitely don't want that to happen because it's all like I'm actually just trying to be here, be present,
Facts.
like everyone else. But there are times actually that I've started to know that actually I have to accept. So then you've got the other spectrum of people who do feel like they should be and would want to be treated differently, and I've started to see. For me, I've actually started to see that.
Let her say her piece in it, bro.
Yeah, I've actually had to see.
I ain't said nothing.
In terms of the way like my sickle cell manifest, there's just points in time where I know I have to be treated differently. It's just so unfortunate, but I need that extra help, and it's frustrating because it's like I don't want to be in this position, but. Like, it's like, I'm not going to be able to walk properly. I need you lot to walk slowly with me. You guys can't walk fast. And that's just how I am.
But
and it's like, adapting
this tall girl, this talking about walking slow.
And thank you. I'm a giant and I have to make everyone walk slowly. It's like, come on. No. I've got long legs.
Everyone needs to follow her.
In front of everyone else.
But you know what it is, yeah? Being treated differently and being treated way because of a certain situation is different.
Okay. Now I get you. Okay,
I know that.
Because I was, okay.
Certain things, I know that. I know that.
Yeah.
But like everyone
don't treat
always
you differently though.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
don't treat you different. In terms of
yeah.
Okay, cool,
do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
I know there's certain things I can't do.
Yeah, of course,
Just keep it.
Keep it 100. Like if you're not gonna go and do XYZ, go do XYZ.
Exactly.
I'll just find a different way how to make.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
literally like that. Literally.
Yeah. No, I'll get you.
Generally, just sickle cell is just so odd sometimes. Generally, in terms of
it's difficult, you know.
Yeah,
Bro,
and when you
sometimes it's jarring. Like I've had dreams of being something like I wanted to be. I can't do it. Like, you get me?
Yeah, it's just certain things you.
But you know what I do? I do like that you guys, even though you lot have that, you lot don't make it a crutch and make it stop you from trying, from doing what you want to do. Not even, I was going to say trying, but even when you lot try it, you're still doing it. Do you get what I'm saying? It's still, you're still going for what you want to go for. It's not like, oh yeah, no, I got to now just sit here and just wait. Yeah. Cool, all right, cool. I'll sit here, just wait for a second, but just know as soon as this pain comes, I'm going to try and get to the goal, whatever goal it is. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people, they probably do sit there and think, oh, I can't do anything. Especially like young kids as well that want to play football or want to climb stuff and want to, do you know what I'm saying, play basketball and or want to be the
baddest footballer. What? Stamina's fucked. It's finished.
But do you see what I'm saying? Like when you feel like little girls that want to do, they want to do ballet or want to dance or they want to play football or they want to do them kind of stuff. Like don't see, you might have to take a different route for it.
I get your point about being different because let's use the example of like little kids, like let's say a girl doing ballet. Like I don't think a parent should stop the child from doing these things because that's the one thing about my parents. They will always push me and be like, no, you know, I did swimming. I was doing canoeing when I was younger. Like all this stuff, the things that they say you shouldn't. The doctor would tell me, oh my gosh, if you're doing this stuff, things are going to happen to you. You're not going to live anymore. I was like, no.
And the problem is, and you know what I say? A lot of the times when these people say that, it's like, well, if I don't do these things, I don't know what my pain threshold is. And on top of it, I don't know, then I'm stopping myself from elevating. Because from as you tell yourself, oh, I can't do it, then you can't do it.
Sometimes
you got to just try and keep yourself going. You know what I mean? So
you can do it,
but you have to do it differently. Like, as you were saying as well, like, my mum was the one pushing me, like, you can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
But these are telling me, oh, yeah, I don't think you can do this anymore. I don't know if you can do it. Looking at me like...
Yeah, I'll prove you wrong.
I was thinking, what?
Yeah.
What
about you for your perspective, like watching and observing our experience? Like, how is it generally?
Love that question.
Yeah.
I think for me, seeing you guys go through it, it was at times I feel like I'd see you guys, like I'll see you guys fine, and then I don't know. I usually used to clock on to when you lot weren't fine, and I'd come to you and say, yo, like. Do you know what I'm saying?
When did you clock if we weren't fine as well? What was the was there a point before we actually got into it?
Before you told me, I had an idea that there was something that was wrong because there'd be times like not wrong. Sorry, shouldn't say
Hey,
sorry.
no,
Sorry, wrong. But you. Sorry, I shouldn't say wrong.
I get.
But I should find
a
there
bit
was
different.
a bit
I mean, it happens though, innit?
Yeah. No worries.
Yeah.
It happens.
It would be times of like when we'd be walking through campus
Yeah.
and like the temp, I would get a bit colder, and then I'd see on like your face would just give off that something's wrong, and I'm thinking, okay, cool, and then you'd start. I'd be walking, but then your tempo would slow down, and I was like, okay, cool, and I thought, she might just be getting tired. But then it's only on tour, and then I started like putting 2 to 2 together of what my friends and my friend's mum and my friend would feel. Cool. With you, it would mainly be that when you'd be in your room, you'd be sitting there, but then like you'd go to like move your legs, and I think it's only with that you'd go to move, but then you'd slowly do it, like kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I was stubborn,
and that's the thing.
Oh,
because
my
if you do this, like you can't see, but you do this, you'd move,
Yeah.
but then you'd stop for like a second, and then he'd wait, and it's like I could see in his face that something was up, but then he'd be like F this, I'm gonna move, bro.
I'm going
and
to
he'd
do
move.
Yeah.
And
I was stubborn.
I used to think, what's wrong? What's wrong with this Russ?
I know you clocks as well. You're not even the one that clocks, yeah. Like you get me? The uni brothers clocked, fam.
Bro,
like the bros clocked, innit?
Bro, I used to think, what's wrong with this you, fam?
Yeah.
Your face would give it, and I
know.
used to think, cool, and then it's only until you told me, and I was like, okay, cool. So what I had in my, I'm not seeing, and then when you told, I was like, alright, cool. So what I had in my head, but seeing you guys like go through that, especially being in Kent as well, when how it used to get cold down there, and the snow and all them thing there, and then you don't want to do certain things. This one don't want to put on a jacket.
When did we tell each other? I can't remember when we told each other.
I can't.
I'm trying to think.
I'm not even sure how.
It must have been first year.
Yeah, it definitely would have been
definitely
first
It
year.
has to be first year, innit?
Yeah, but I don't fully remember the moment. But I was like, oh my goodness, it's nice to because I didn't know any.
Yeah, no, I can't remember. But I remember you were like, yeah. I remember you saying something like, oh, I have it as well. But I think I said it to someone, and then you were like, yeah.
I was mad nervous though to tell people about it at uni because it was just like, you're all just going into a new space, madly vulnerable.
Like obviously we were young as well.
Yeah.
But we don't realise, something like looking back at how young we were as well. Like it doesn't feel. It looks when we look back now. I'm like, we were actually like young, bruv. Like we were kids, bruv. Like literally coming through uni. So you, of course, go into somewhere you don't know anyone, and then that's the first thing you told them.
Yeah, definitely.
No. I'm saying, but
I'm
saying, but it's one of them ones that. By the way, I have.
Yeah.
And everyone's gonna be like, Jay, what we gonna do now?
I remember telling someone because I went on a trip like just before uni to Madrid, and I told we had to sleep outside in the literally under the stars or whatever, and it was quite frustrating because it got really cold. And then I was like, sugar, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So at that moment, I had to tell people like, okay, and you don't want to, but at the same time, I was just like I could start feeling my body was acting up, and then one girl was like, why didn't you tell us? You could die. Like she just and I was like, and so then people kind of gave me jackets and like, we all just like kept each other.
But that as well.
But I don't like when people.
I don't like this.
That triggered me to feel
I
like,
hate that shit as well.
do I now? How
don't
do I
feel sympathy for me? But don't do that.
See, but the thing is, people are. But then, is that really sympathy though? If they're willing to give you their jacket, so to keep you.
So it's about your. I think you can help. I think it tricky thing was. Yeah, the tricky thing was being triggered to be like, why didn't you tell us you could die? Like, what? I mean,
that shit. I hate
that part's
shit.
the hard thing, but it's nice when I peel back the layers and be like, okay, maybe it's because this person cares. But it's like, what would you have been able to do anyway? And I don't. Sometimes then, if you tell them too early, I was trekking for quite some time.
Why didn't you tell us you could die? What the fuck is that?
So why didn't you tell us? You could die. Something like, in a sense.
No, I was just saying basically because, like, of course, if you had a serious crisis in it. Oh, so we haven't even got into that as well.
Oh, yeah. So in terms of, lots of people, I mean, I know quite a few people that have passed from sickle actually myself. So it is those ones where there is that element of life You know,
if
the condition is not managed well, especially when you go to hospital, it could have like adverse effects. So I did get where she was coming from, but at the same time, there are a lot of people that, air quotes, still are able to live through it. I feel like there's the balance between living with sickle cell and then suffering with sickle cell. And
I agree with you on that.
Yeah. So in a sense, I get where she was coming from with that, but I just think there's a way to communicate and approach. You know, when someone reveals something,
facts.
They reveal something like
you don't kind of have an outburst like, oh my god, how could you be
like
you're in the wrong for not telling them.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was just
I don't think that's definitely not the right way to do it. So if any of you people don't do that,
so if it came,
but it's still,
that's what I meant.
Yeah,
but quickly before, because we're gonna have to cut out. Because can you guys explain what a crisis is so people can know what that is? Either one, I don't mind.
Mary, you want to go first? Or?
Miss Ambassador for Sickle.
NHS UK. I don't even know if I should have like opened up myself in a different way. I'm like, I'm gonna have this title on my head.
Your head or what?
Oh, this whole sickle cell thing. Okay.
She does more than sickle cell, but we're talking about sickle cell today. Just to let you guys know, innit?
Thank goodness. We know
I
that.
do as well.
So in terms of a crisis, it's okay. How would I describe? So yeah, when I started at the beginning, in terms of our red cells will transform into like moon crest. Oh, got a banana here. So it's like the red cells will kind of turn into this shape.
Oh my! I swear, this girl is exactly the same as the day I met her. I cannot believe this. This girl, I didn't realize this, but I didn't realize that.
I didn't cook it as well. I didn't cook it.
Hey, yo, this girl is not changed.
It was supposed to be a snack, but so the red cells will kind of turn into like this like crescent moon shape, and it's supposed to be nice and round and just like move through the blood vessels normally, but because it becomes like this, it becomes really sticky. They all start to clog up together and block the vessels. That blocking the vessels will end up, you know, causing impression issues within the body, which will cause massive pain. So crisis, most people with sickle cell will have the crisis, and that pain can be anywhere in the body. So it could be the arms, legs. Some people have chest crisis because the build-up will be in their chest, and that's the most
dangerous one, isn't it?
Imagine the pressure,
yeah,
in something so small, like a vein, like something so small. So imagine it's a vein, it's pressure, there's bare things trying to get into there.
Yeah.
Bare of them trying to get into it. Yeah. Imagine that, like, and they're all pushing.
Yeah.
Because the blood still needs to be flowing normally, the heart's pumping.
You know
it's
what I'm
not gonna.
And if the blood don't flow there,
it's a problem.
So that's another thing, because it also, like, in terms of blockage, it can also starve certain parts of the body. So I had a surgery in my eye, and this was because literally the blood vessels were being
I remember you telling me about that.
The blood vessels had died off because blood wasn't being able to flow because of those blockages. Really? So generally, it's like it's not even just crisis in terms of pain, because pain, you'll go to the hospital, you'll have really high doses of painkillers. So morphine, I'm sure you lot remember me on morphine. It was just, it's so...
This girl was litty, fam. Hey, yo, she was on some Pop Smoke thing before Pop Smokers out here.
This was medically prescribed medication. But yeah, it was a bit hard.
How did that actually feel though? Because that must have been crazy.
What do you mean?
Like the eye.
Oh, okay. The eye surgery. You know. So I did it during COVID, and it was not great to do during COVID because it means like nobody can visit you. That was the one thing. So I had to kind of just go there by myself. But I don't mind doing things by myself, so it was manageable. But having the surgery, then they'll keep this patch over your eye for like I can't even remember how many days, and then I had to do a lot of eye drops to kind of make sure that no infections built and to keep the pressure down. And there was just a lot of like maintenance, so I had to do 3 just to like manage. This is just because of it all started because of sickle.
Crazy. Do you know how crazy?
You know, like, it can affect organs in the body.
Jeez, of course.
Yeah, so
that's your eye.
Yeah, it's a thing where
it's not a joke, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not just pain. It's like the damage it does to the body as well. And that's what I need people to understand.
That's the thing. Because a lot of people think, oh yeah, cool, it's pain, blah, blah. But you don't really understand. It's just like, no, I'm not going to bring up that thing anyway. But yeah, it's just like the thing that people are running crazy around in the world.
Oh,
nowadays.
yeah.
It's like, they don't know, cool, you get whatever. But the adverse stuff that happens after.
Yeah.
It's exactly the
things
sickle
that
cell.
it
Do you know what I'm saying? For your, like, for instance, in your legs, like you look, because you can end up getting is it not nerves?
Yeah, nerve
Like,
damage.
nerve damage
hip
and hip,
pain,
yeah, hip,
hip
yeah,
replacement.
that's it, yeah, and all that kind of stuff. Vein damage and all that, just because of.
People
You
like
know what I'm
have
saying?
to have
Just because of
spleens
it.
removed.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of like
I know a
procedures
guy.
and treatments.
I know a guy who's got 2 hip replacements already, fam, and he's younger than me, fam.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And it's just like
Age, fam, this thing does not bother about your age. Only your color. It's literally, it just seems that way, literally.
So there are people though, like even young age, it's a bit emotional, like kids having strokes and stuff. It's just like, this is why prevention, guys, you know, kind of know who you're going to be procreating with.
Exactly.
That's very important.
Know who you're sexing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Or
yeah. No,
you're to have a baby.
No, you're sexing, innit?
I have not had any sexual relations with anyone. You get me? Except for anyone that I want to have wife with. So yeah, I'm putting that out there. You get me? You know what I mean? There,
this guy, bro.
But yeah, man. It's mad
Anything else you guys want to say? Well, there's gonna be another
Big
one because
yeah,
Seeing this
my
and-
guy, yeah. You don't know.
Come on.
Watch out for our tunes coming out soon.
Oh, 100%. Come on, you
Get
don't
me?
know. Come on, you don't know the
It's
thing
gonna be
already.
mixing my people's soon. As
Come on,
well.
you don't know. Come on,
Yeah,
you don't
get
know.
me?
You don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Come on, you
Feel
don't
me?
know. Go.
Bow, and big up Mary as well, man.
Come on.
I ain't seen Mary for time, you know.
For years, you know.
But we've been communicating virtually. Which
But you know what?
has been
This is what.
Only sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get me?
But you know what?
No,
No, but you know what? This is what I think. Like certain friendships, yeah. Like you don't have to see the person all the time and say, "Yeah, cool, you're my friend," or you have to have these long-winded conversations for hours. Bro, you can just have a quick check-in. How you been? Boom, 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 blah, blah, and you keep on going. There's some people that, if they don't check up on me, that means they ain't, bruv. Bruv, we got life going. Know what I'm saying? Miss Ambassador. Doing new student sorry, student ambassador, sorry. But yeah, guys, if you would like to plug your social medias quickly for us.
A Wonder.
AY_WONDA
in Instagram. You get me? Make sure you type that on there as well. You get me? Yeah, so they know. You get me? And Mr. Ones on Twitter. No, on Snap. Aye, do that again.
Nah, it's done, bro.
You know, it's
done, bro.
It's A Wonder. Do you know what it is? Because I changed my thing. Do you know what?
Now you know how I feel. Bro, now you know how I feel. Now you know how I feel. I know what it is. Fam, we're not doing it again. It's already done. It's going to be on the screen anyway. But yeah, go on, Mary. Go on.
Okay, so mine is okay. I haven't said it for a while, but it's professional patient _. But yeah, that's how you can find me on Instagram. That's where I do most of my updates about sickle cell awareness. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
And you don't know, it's your boy. It's Cray. ITSCRXY. And Cray the artist on Snapchat.
On what? It's not getting cut.
This guy's so dumb. But guys, thank you for watching. I hope that this has been very informative for you guys. It's very more of a chilled one and more serious because this is serious. It's not a joke. As much as you see us laugh about it and that kind of stuff, it's serious stuff. But yeah, guys, man, thank you for watching, and it's been good. It's been great. I'm out, man.